guys, happy Swatchfest Day, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm filming this on St. Patrick's Day, so granted, when you're watching this, it will have been past, but I hope that you had a lovely time. We actually didn't really celebrate it in any way, except for wearing green so that we couldn't pinch each other. I would say probably my favorite thing about this holiday is that everyone wears green because it's so beautiful seeing everyone wearing green. So yeah, I hope you guys had a fun weekend. It's not over yet. I hope you're having a great time. It's turning beautiful and sunny here, and it's already getting to feel like spring, a little bit warm some days, and allergies are getting out of control. So that's always the sign of spring for me, and is actually in fact one of the reasons why I really enjoy winter, because I'm like, winter, stay around so that my kids' allergies don't come so bad back, and so that they're not so miserable all the time. Spring's so beautiful, but honestly you guys, the allergies just ruin it for me because my kids are miserable all the time, especially poor Lincoln. Anyway, so it really was a great week. Nothing bad to report, so that's always awesome. Lincoln's sleep therapy is going a little bit better. He went to bed consistently at 1:30 every night, so after speaking with a sleep therapist today, actually, we are switching his bedtime to 1:15 instead of 1:30, and hopefully, you know, the point of it is just to get his bedtime back and back and back, and have him stay in bed from the time he goes to bed until the time when I wake him up in the morning. So anyway, that's going well, and we have some beautiful polishes to talk about today. So actually, let's see, did I hate any of them? I didn't hate anything. Hate's a strong word. The polish has to be pretty awful for me to hate it. Let's go ahead and get started and talk about some random polishes. If you're new on Saturday, that's what we do. We talk about random polishes that come from here or there, because even though I buy tons of polish for collection reviews, I still do pick up polishes randomly because I just can't help myself. And we're just going to swatch them and talk about our weeks and have a little downtime together. So let's start with red. I picked this up the other day at Marshall's, and on Snapchat I was telling you guys how I'll probably just put this in a giveaway because I probably own this. Well, I looked through everything and I don't have this. This is I Stop for Red, capitals S-T-O-P. So I decided to swatch it for you guys. This, I mean, it's just a basic classic red from OPI. It's really nothing too interesting here, although it is very beautiful. This is kind of more of a jelly. It's definitely crelly, almost jelly formula. It's on the thinner side. I am going to show you 3 coats because it needs it. And reds are one of the shades that I really don't mind that kind of jelly-ish formula, because I think it does look really pretty. So I like this one. Definitely not my fave, but I thought it was okay. For pink this week, I have this beautiful neon from FingerPaints that I picked up on clearance at Sally Beauty. This is called Pink Perspective. So as you can see, it's just a beautiful neon pink. FingerPaints did it right. This does not need a white base because it has a lot of white in it, and it's just really good. It's great at 2 coats. This does dry flat or matte, if you will, and yeah, it's good. I liked it a lot. So bravo, FingerPaints. I'm always proud of these brands that can get a neon done right. I really don't like neons that need white base. They just look so icky to me. And we're heading into the summertime again, so we're probably going to see a bunch more of them, but who knows. Actually, I've seen Orly's summer collection on Instagram. I don't have it yet, but it doesn't have any. Orly is one of the brands that doesn't do white base neons. But yeah, we won't have any of those kind of neons from Orly. China Glaze doesn't have any neons this summer. beautiful collection coming up. Lots of good things. Brands are all releasing stuff like right now. So I'm in the process of purchasing a whole bunch of more collections to review for you guys, and I'm still trying to play catch up. So this next polish is orange, and this is Essie. I did pick this up from Transdesign. I think it was at Transdesign. Has a whole bunch of older Essies, and so I snagged this. This is called Haute as Holo. I think I saw this on Miss Holly Berry's favorite Essies. I think, was it on? I was looking at what people's favorite Essies were when I was thinking about buying some older ones. This is just a beautiful peach. Like, yeah, I just think this looks like a white peach. Really, really pretty. This has an older brush, so it's a little bit trickier to maneuver. Just generally, if the brushes are really, really tiny, you have more strokes. I needed to do 3 coats on this one. As pretty of a color as it is, which it is really, really pretty, I was hoping it would be a little bit more opaque so I didn't have to do quite as many coats with that little teeny tiny brush. But I got it done at 3 coats with a little bit of streakiness left over. In any case, this was really pretty. I don't think that you definitely have to go buy this. There wasn't anything wrong with it, but just in my opinion, I'm just like, oh yeah, you're just okay. We have a yellow polish, and this is from Formula X. This is Lively. I did pick this up while they're still having their $5 sale on these polishes at Sephora. I picked up 3 or 4 more. I can't help myself, you guys. And this is just a beautiful, like, buttercup sunny yellow with a lot of white in it. Having so much white in it really helps it to try to be more opaque, and in fact it really does a good job at being opaque at 2 coats. One of the better formulas that I've tried lately from a very light white yellow, actually. I think they did great. I can see a little bit of streakiness at 2 coats, but I didn't even have to go for the 3rd, so that's pretty good if you ask me, and they might still have this on clearance if you go look in your Sephora. Like I said before, I've been to a couple different Sephoras to their Formula X sale, and it's completely just like random what's on the shelf anymore. As is with any kind of clearance sale. That makes sense now that I say it out loud in my head. So anyway, if you love this, I hope that you can find it, but yeah, this is Lively. I've discovered lately I like to get those 4 first polishes done so that we get like deep into some swatching before we start chit-chatting. So I went to go see a movie this week. I had some me time on, was it last Friday, when I went to the movies by myself. I went to Target, I didn't go to Sephora, I went to Ulta. I just like went out and had some me time, which is really nice. Oh, I had a pedicure. So anyway, I was looking for a movie to see, and Tim hates scary movies, so I thought, well, what if I go see a scary movie by myself? So I went to go see Get Out, which is a movie directed by Jordan Peele, who I think is hilarious. And so I Googled it and I said, how scary is this movie? Because I didn't want it to be too scary, and I don't like a lot of blood. Anyway, the website I was looking at said, oh, you're going to be totally fine. Even if you're a wimp, you can see this movie. It's kind of like an M. Night Shyamalan type of scary. So I went to go see it, and I thought it was great. It does have a lot of funny moments, which makes it just kind of like helps to ease the tension a little bit. I don't know that I'd call it scary. I would call it creepy and like definitely twisted, but like creepy and kind of trippy. So I recommend it to give you a kind of really quick rundown without giving you any spoilers, because they're definitely, watch out for spoilers if you are going to see this, because there's definitely like a twist. But anyway, this young man, there's a biracial couple, and he goes to visit her family. So he goes home like for the weekend or whatever to go visit her family, and things all seem kind of okay, and then all of a sudden like really not okay. So yeah, that was a really fun time. What else? Oh, The Bachelor finished. By the way, I won. I was the only person out of my, I can't call it fantasy football league, but it's basically like that, where we all draft our top five, like our final four. I'm the only person that picked Vanessa, so I basically won. However, I had also picked Raven, so 2 out of my top 4 were in the finals. You guys, I feel like if you watch the finale, which I heard somebody describe it as 3 hours of your life you'll never get back. It was kind of like that. Thankfully, I was watching it with a group of people who were busy chatting, and I got to learn a lot about them instead of really just only watching this 3 hours of television. It was kind of just a snooze fest, actually. And I sat there feeling so bad for his parents who've been through it. I mean, on Bachelor in Paradise, they don't get involved at all, but they've been involved in 3 seasons of the show, and they're probably just so sick of it. Anyway, I will cross my fingers for Nick and Vanessa, but they really don't look that happy at all. Like, genuinely, they look like one of the saddest couples, like the least excited to be together, and any finale I've seen in a while. And like when you look at Nick's photos on his Instagram and stuff, he just does not look happy. So, I don't know, maybe that's just their personality, but I feel like I feel like he should have just not picked anybody, you know what I mean? Like, and he's going on to Dancing with the Stars. So my unfortunate prediction is that, I think I said this before, but he's gonna go on Dancing with the Stars, and then when that's over, they'll break up, because that's what happens to all these guys that sign up for Dancing with the Stars. They break up with their girlfriend like as soon as it's over. So anyway, I mean, in the name of love, I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm kind of predicting that it will. So let's move back into some polish, you guys. Okay, for green, this polish has been sitting in my swatch bin forever, and I dug it out and we're gonna swatch it this week. So this is Kleancolor Holo Green. And I know we haven't talked about Kleancolor in a while, huh? This is just, it's basically just a very light green base with very, very delicate, fine scattered holographic. So yeah, it's just like what it sounds like. I got this okay opaque at 2. That's where I stopped. You could go for 3rd if you want to make sure there's no visible nail line, but Kleancolor polishes sometimes tend to gunk up on me. They get a little bit too thick on the nail, so I stopped at 2 to try to avoid that. So I mean, it's not my favorite, but I do think that it's nice. You can get like what are these, like $2 now? I think I got it for $1 back. This has to be about 4, almost 5 years old by now, you guys. When I very first started collecting polish, my son bought me, or for Christmas or something, he got me like a whole bunch of these off Amazon one time. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I love that there's so much scattered holo in here for such an inexpensive polish. So let's see how it swatches. Okay, so for blue, I have this beautiful, it's definitely like a greeny blue, almost like a cadet blue with some green in it. This is called Current Crush, and I did pick this up at Sally's during their sale, so I picked this up for about $2.50. I have been really enjoying these Everglaze polishes. This one was no exception. I had a pretty typical formula for this brand I have found. However, when I put this on, I thought to myself, you're gonna stain, aren't you? And in fact, it was definitely the one where I know that if I had left it on, I mean, I really only left it on for like 20 minutes, maybe less. I could tell that it would have stained me pretty bad. So it's just one of those kind of pigments that if brands aren't careful, they come out with these really high staining ones. And I feel like they should test them to make sure. Like whenever I'm making a polish that has a really strong pigment, I leave it on for a few days to make sure it doesn't stain me. And I have really porous nails, so they tend to get stained. Yeah, I just feel like some brands don't really test that. Anyway, this is really pretty. I will probably end up passing this on though in a Swatchfest giveaway, just because I feel like there's other polishes out there like this that don't stain me, that I would rather pass this on to someone who might use it rather than wearing it again and being like, oh yeah, bummer, this stains me. So anyway, let's take a look at it. So you guys, I had a sale this week for Moonshine Manny. I was talking about this on Instagram and Snapchat, so in case you missed those, because I know a lot of you don't use Instagram or Snapchat, I decided to go ahead and extend the sale. I was going to cut it off. Well, today is Friday when I'm filming this. I was going to cut it off today, but I decided to let it run for the whole weekend. Basically, it's a 15% off sale. I'll put the code right here. It is just March 15, and it just gets you 15% off any order on my site. I just wanted to kind of offer you guys a little sale for this month because I've been coming out with polishes. We had a December release, January and February, and I just decided to work on my March polishes a little bit longer on the Moana collection. So I decided to give you guys a sale to tide you over because the Moana polishes are coming. I've just been kind of taking my time at mixing them. The formulas are all set now, but I've been taking my time making all the bottles, and so I thought, well, let me go ahead and have a sale in the meantime. So that's there. As my website for Moonshine Manny is always in the description bar of all my videos, but you can go check down there. It's just moonshinemanny.com, and the code is March 15 if you would like to save 15%. So yeah, I called it my March Madness sale. It's our little St. Patrick's Day sale. So maybe there was something you were wanting to try and you were just thinking, I'm gonna wait for her first sale. Well, now it's the sale, so yay. Okay, it's time for purple. I have this beautiful deep berry today. I wish that would look really cool. I should have fished out a shade like that. I'll tell you guys what this is in a second. I do really like this as well. This is Revlon Passionate. Yes, it is Passionate. This is beautiful. I felt like at 2 coats I could still see a little bit of patchiness at some angles, which can happen with dark polishes that aren't like really truly opaque in nature. It's just the pigment is making you think that they are, and then sometimes you look at a certain angle and you're like, whoa, I can totally see my brush strokes. So I went in for a 3rd coat, but this has like it has a really thin formula, so you just take it slow and you'll be good. It's a little dance break, you guys. Alright you guys, it's time for another Hansen Color Therapy polish. Oh, I just love them so much. This is the shade Re-nude, and it's number 210, and it's just a very beautiful, like, it almost looks like my exact skin tone, which is why I picked it up, because I wanted something, well no, it's pinkier, it's darker and pinkier than my skin, but anyway, yeah, they have a bunch of nude shades or like a bunch of neutral shades, and this is the one that looked closest match for me. You know, I've just been really loving this brand, so I was like, okay, I need a really good like light nude from this line, and it did not let me down. I actually feel like you can still see the nail line a little bit at 2 coats, so you could go for a 3rd, but it's the kind of shade where that's okay because it's so close to my skin tone, you know what I mean, you guys? So this applies beautifully. It's just the same kind of beautiful cream formula as the rest from this line. You guys know this is quickly becoming a favorite for me. And I think the best deal I've found them for is like $6.75 at Target or Walmart, I think is where it's the cheapest. So at places like Walgreens, these are like $9. So don't do that. Don't get played. Go to Target or Walmart. Target if you can, because I hate Walmart. Anyway, so this is so beautiful. Let's take a Alright you guys, so I haven't done a full face rundown in a while, so we're going to do that really quick. So for foundation, I went ahead and picked up this CoverGirl BB cream. Remember how I picked up that other BB cream and I was like, there's no coverage at all, and you guys said, oh yeah, you got to get the one that says matte. So I picked up 510. It's their lightest shade. It's a little bit dark for me, but it is really good. It is a great BB cream, so I'm enjoying that. Oh, I forgot, underneath I put on this primer again, which I have been really enjoying. This is the Amazing Cosmetics Anti-Aging Face Primer, and basically it's just hydrating. That's why it's anti-aging, so I have been really enjoying it for those properties and trying to make sure to use it consistently so I can get a really good feel for the product. For concealer, I used my Tarte Shape Tape in the typical areas, so still really loving this, of course. For my eyes, I used the Tarte Lit and Bloom palette, and I actually did a one shadow smoky eye, like Marlena was demonstrating on her channel. It's been a couple months from Makeup Geek. The only shadow I used was Leader, and it's a beautiful just reddish brown, and basically you just take it darker on some spots and you go in lighter. So basically I went in very light into the crease and then on my lid space, and then you just darken it and darken it until you get what you want. And this shadow was so easy to work with. Oh my goodness, you guys, I had no fallout. It was so easy to blend. It almost just like applied itself. I felt like I was having a little happy accident there, but I think it's attributed to the shadows. So really easy to do a one shadow smoky with that eyeshadow in particular. Then I went in with this L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner in brown on my two waterlines, and then I took my NYC liquid eyeliner just to kind of create a lash line so that my lashes would just like lay on there better and you couldn't see, you know, too much white space. Oh, of course, for my brows, we're back to Anastasia. I did like that Milani one. I think I just got so used to the formula of this, you guys. It's really hard to beat this. I still will use the Milani one from time to time, but I'm so used to the shade of this. It goes on so easily. Literally, the Milani one, I feel like it took me at least twice as long to do my brows. So yeah, I'm back to my ride or die. For blush today, I just have a little tiny bit on. Any color you see is basically just the fact that my face has a lot of redness in it. I use this e.l.f. blush in Mellow Mauve, which is in itself, it's a very lightly pigmented blush, but it doesn't even really look like that on the skin, I don't think. It's definitely one of those barely there blushes if you don't want a lot of color. And then for highlight, I used this one that I picked up the other day. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminator. It's a makeup stick, and it's in the shade When the Nude Strikes. And this is a very, at least for me, I usually wear like golden highlighters, and this one is not like blindingly pink, but it's a lot more pink than I tend to wear, and I did enjoy it. That's what I have on today. It's pretty good glow too. I think that's just about it. We're getting to the end here. I have on my typical Cara lashes, the number 48. It's my absolute favorite. I recommend. You can find them on Amazon. I use the CoverGirl Supersizer mascara before I put on those Cara lashes. And then on the lips, I have another one of these Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuits. They're just killing it. This is the shade Nice to Fuchsia. So that's what that is. Love how they wear. And then to finish it off, I have the Milani Make It Last setting spray. and I've been really enjoying this. Every time I've used it, I feel like my makeup has stayed on. I don't know if it's been 16 hours, but it's been as long as I've needed it to. So really enjoying this. Okay, back to polish we go. One more little thing I wanted to round up that I've been trying out this week is the Wet n Wild, the Saving Base. I picked it up at the same time as I purchased that highlighter because they have like a 2 for $5 sale at Walgreens right now. So this is called Never Basic, and it's a fortifying base coat, and on the box it says it has like 10 benefits that you're supposed to get from it. So I really wanted to give it a try, and it was only $2.50. So when I posted this on Snapchat, I got a couple of comments that you guys have tried this and don't care for it very much because of the brush. So the brush is kind of splayed out, and basically what some of the comments were saying is that the brush isn't cut very well, so that it kind of gets all over the place. I can see how it's not a super smooth cut. It's not as bad as some that I've seen, but it's not perfectly smooth. It's also wide. I think it's wider than the regular Mega Last brush, I feel like, but it might be just the same because it says Mega Last on there. Anyway, I haven't used it enough days to tell you if I absolutely love it, but I plan to wear it all week and see if it helps just strengthen my nails and make them a little bit more goodlier, you know? So anyway, let's move on. For glitter today, oh, my glitter is my A+ polish of the week. Oh, that's what I have on my nails. So we're gonna save that. So I put this other purpley thing in here. This is a purple with this kind of greeny aqua blue iridescent. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that because it's a really bright iridescent. This is a really interesting polish for the C&D Vinylux. This is not one of the ones that you can pick up like in Walgreens. I know some of you guys have been asking me to purchase those from the core line. They're expensive though, you guys. This is one that I found at the Ulta clearance. And remember all those ones I got at the Ulta clearance? They all had kind of a stinky formula, not too good. And this is another one that is goopy. And even if you add a little bit of thinner, it doesn't completely get rid of the clumps. So something about their formula when they made these made it so they thickened up a lot, which is probably why they put them on clearance. But I went ahead and just showed you one coat today because it's thick and because it's a pigmented polish, it's good at one coat. So I feel like basically to avoid the goopiness, I just had to wipe the goop off of my brush, and then what was left for me to go in with gave me a beautiful, nice one coat application. So anyway, I think I do like this polish because it's really interesting. This kind of rum plum kind of shade with that really bright blue green is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna show you one coat of this, and let me tell you what it's called. It's called Patina Buckle number 227. Alright you guys, so my A+ polish this week comes from Zoya, and this is the beautiful Binks. And Binks is this kind of light plum jelly base. Well, it's more like a crelly base. Anyway, it's a sheer base because there's a ton of glitter and shimmer in here that they really want to show. And I feel like this is one of the most indie-like polishes that I've seen Zoya do. I know they have a few that are just like this, but this has these shifty chameleon glitters in it, which I really love from indie brands right now. And so basically what that means is they're hex glitters and they're shifting blue, green, yellow, orange, and so it really looks like a fish scale tail kind of in the bottle. And then they also have a ton of, I think it's gold shimmer. Yeah, there might be other things in there besides gold, but it's just so very indie of them to be adding shimmer in their base and chameleon glitter. So I really loved it. I really love this a lot. I feel like you could use this as a topper and just do one coat, or you could build this up. You might need 3. I'm just gonna show you 2. But yeah, I just loved this. They must sell their creams better than they sell their glitters, which is why they don't make more polishes like this, but I can really appreciate it for how fun it is, and it's very inventive and playful. So why don't you go ahead and leave me a comment. Tell me what you're doing this weekend, if you have something interesting and fun planned, or if you don't have anything interesting and fun and you're just planning on getting a pineapple and mushroom pizza. Actually, that sounds gross. I like pineapple and mushrooms separately, but that sounds gross now that I think of it. Anyway, getting some kind of pizza and sitting down and binge watching your latest favorite Netflix show. Even if you're just doing that, why don't you tell me that in the comments. Also, enter the giveaway if you'd like to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in the description of this video. You can check out and see what that giveaway is. And obviously, tell me what your A+ polish is of the week. I hope you guys had some fun hanging out with me, and I have so much great stuff coming up for you this week. I hope you checked out the beautiful Colores to Carol Pure Imagination collection that went up yesterday. We have some more indie stuff coming up this next week. I'm swatching the I Love Nail Polish Color Kissed Ultra Holos as we speak. They are stunning and really a kind of interesting look on the nail, but a lot of them look similar to each other. So I definitely think you're gonna wanna pick like favorites. I don't think you need all of them. So that video will be coming up soon and you can kind of see which ones you like the best. We also have reviews coming up for Virago Varnish, Glam Polish, and China Glaze, among other things. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope I see you back for the next video. Take care, you guys. I love you, and thanks for spending Swatchfest with me and for making this a nice, positive environment on my channel. I love how you guys are all so awesome and helpful to each other in the comments. I will see you back in the next one. I hope you guys happy St. Patrick's Day. Take care. Love you. Bye.